All right, YouTube. It's a beautiful morning, and this morning I've decided to talk about 5 betting skills that are going to make it easier for you to level up your betting game in the year 2026, right? Now, as you all know, the year 2025 is coming to a quick end, right? As I record this video this very morning, the day today is Tuesday, 23rd December, and count yourself lucky if you're watching this video this very day. And as I've told you, 5 skills that are going to level up your betting game in the year 2025. Now, before you get rolling, I must give you a wonderful disclaimer. If you're the kind of person who is looking for daily betting predictions, this is not the video for you, all right? And if you're someone who is looking towards having consistent back-to-back cash outs in the betting game by understanding exactly what you are supposed to do and how to do it, then this is the video for you, all right? I know you're watching this video and your number one goal in betting, as we talk about this, is to win, is to cash out, and is to record profit betting on football. So I'm gonna keep it simple. Skill number 1. The reason why a majority of sports bettors find it hard to repeatedly make money betting on football is because they lack the ability to make decisions. So how do you instill in yourself the ability to make perfect decisions? This is something that is going to be difficult for you, especially if you're a beginner in the game of sports, especially if you are new in the world of football betting. I recall my personal experience, right? When I began sports betting, I never knew how to make the right decision. And that is why it was very hard for me to record profit, and back to back, I was making wrong decisions. For example, paying scammers, for example, getting scammed, for example, betting on games that I'm not supposed to bet on, betting on leagues that I am not supposed to bet on. And in eventuality, what happened is Must Beta, or the John Salvo, was losing back to back. But over time, I have gotten the skill set, I have gotten the knowledge, and I have mastered the art of making the right decisions. So, how do you make right decisions in sports betting, in football betting? You go to YouTube and you search for betting strategy videos that are teaching you exactly how to bet in football, how to read the odds, what to use, what tools to be using, which markets to be betting on, and betting strategy videos that specifically tackle leagues. For example, leagues, tournaments, markets, odds that you're supposed to be working with. Now, this is how you master the game. It's not going to occur instantly. But one thing I must tell you is, over time, when you watch these videos, you'll find yourself being in a position to be able to recognize these patterns, these signals, these indicators that are going to make it easier for you to make the best decisions in sports betting. Now, in case you're wondering, Must Better, is there any way to make it easier for me to master these? I'm gonna be leaving a link in the pinned comment section of this video. At this very point, in this video, there will be a link in the pinned video description. The video that you're going to be watching, for example, is going to make it easier for you to know exactly what sites to use, what betting sites to use, so that you are in a position to record profit consistently and move from a point whereby you are a losing bettor to a professional bettor or a daily bettor who is winning back to back, making profit on a daily basis, and you're able to live the life you wish. Now, that is the first skill. Skill number 2. Skill number 2 is going to come to something known as money management, all right? The reason why a majority of us, despite knowing how to make the best decisions, end up losing is because we do not know how to manage our money in sports betting. And it is something I've been asked plenty times. Must Beta, please go ahead and talk about how to manage money, how to manage your betting account, how to manage your betting capital, all right? I'm gonna give you one piece of advice that has helped me throughout my journey. What I've come to realize is at every point in your betting journey, your money management is going to be shifting, is going to be changing drastically. For example, when you are a beginner, all right? When you are a beginner, your biggest goal is supposed to be accumulating more capital, winning more, winning big, so that over time, you are in a position whereby you are able to stake big, and you're able to stay comfortably, and you're able to move into the point whereby betting is now making you big bucks, big sums of money each and every single week, each and every other single day. That is the first thing I'm going to tell you, right? at the intermediate level. You're already starting to master the game. So it really isn't complicated. But now, where it comes to be interesting, or at the point where I am right now, what I've realized is how you bet is not the same way others bet. For example, as masked better, all right? I am at a point today whereby I will be staking on 10 games in a day, 5 games in a day, 3 games in a day, and the sums of money I'm investing in these games, I have hugely shifted. And I think if you are to go around the YouTube betting space or the African betting space, for example, I am one of the guy who is taking huge sums of money per game. And the reason I'm able to do that is because I have the capital, all right? Now, how do you manage your money? If you come to money management, the first thing you should be asking yourself, what do I want to achieve? Do you want to achieve a position whereby you grow in your bankroll? Or you want to achieve a position whereby you constantly making constant profit each and every other single day? Or what you're trying to achieve is a point whereby you are in between, all right? Because there is an in between, all right? Whereby you don't really want to be making constant profit at the same time, or you want to do both, all right? That is what I'm talking about, all right? Now, when you're able to master and answer exactly what your goal is in sports betting, let me give you a perfect example. Assuming Masked Better was beginning sports betting today and I had less than $100 to spare for the entire month in my betting bankroll, this is how I would have approached the game, all right? I would have focused on odds that are going to consistently grow my bankroll. You know what I talk about, 2 odds rollovers, all right? And apart from 2 odds rollovers, I would have gone for things like multi-bets that present me 10 odds and above to around 50 odds, whereby I can win at least 5 times in a month, all right? Or 4 times in a month. Because with this, after 3 months, I will be in a position whereby the sums of money that I have allocated for betting will have greatly increased. And that is what I want you to realize. So as you get into the year 2026, one thing you must realize is understand the why and understand the reason why you're betting before you stake or before you allocate money on every single betting slip, all right? Perfect. Now, skill number 3. Skill number 3 is you learning how to utilize betting bonuses, all right? Today as we speak, there are so many betting accounts, there are so many betting sites that are available at your disposal, right? Any single time you browse on the internet, there is someone promoting site A. The next time somebody is promoting site B, sign up, get 50% deposit bonus. Sign up, there is 100% Friday bonus. Sign up, there is 100%, 150% Wednesday happy bonus. This is the way that is going to help you categorically, all right? You're going to find yourself making easier money without incurring higher risk. For example, all right? I'm not going to mention these sites, but I know you know the sites because you've seen them. Now, as a sports bettor, it is your responsibility to fully utilize the bonuses that are available, all right? Because imagine a point whereby you deposit $100 into account or into a betting account on Friday and you get another $100 whereby your only requirement is to bet on 3 odds. So, as a sports bettor, you are in the game. You can't tell me it's difficult for you to get 3 odds, right? And even if it's difficult for you to get 3 odds, all right? There is always an opportunity to try the next Friday. There is always an opportunity to try the next Wednesday. So why are you not giving it a trial? So when you fully get to utilize these bonuses, you're going to be finding yourself making easier bucks on the side. And these easier bucks is going to help you grow your money, grow your capital, and grow your betting, money set for betting. And that is how with time. Before the end of 2026, you will realize you used to stake $50 on a game, and now you're in a position whereby at the end of every month, you have at least $500 to spare, all right? And let me give you a secret. You have friends, all right? Not all your friends are engaged in sports betting, all right? You can bring them in and tell them, you know what? If you allow me sign up to a betting account using your identity card, your identity details, your verification details, your phone, I will be able to give you maybe $50 if I win this rollover, or if I win this bonus, or if I win this. And that is how you do it, all right? It's all about finding an advantage over the market. And that is how you're going to find yourself winning in the game. Now, skill number 4 that you need to master, all right? I want to keep this video so very simple, very, very short. Learn how to do it on your own. I've been talking about this so many times. Learn how to do it on your own. Learn how to do it on your own. It's very different from point number 1. In point number 1, the reason was lack of proper decision-making abilities. Now, when I talk about learning how to do it on your own, it means that at any single day, all right, at any given moment, you should be in a position whereby you can analyze a football game on your own. You can analyze a basketball game on your own. You can analyze a tennis game on your own and be able to come up with winning odds, proper markets, and the best outcome that you think is highly likely to occur, all right? But until you realize that the reason you are in sports betting is to know how to bet, and you should be in a position whereby you're betting on your own. The reason why some of you have not changed their financial situations or their betting situations is because you rely completely on others, right? When you rely completely on others, you will never know when you are wrong, and you will never be in a position to fully judge yourself and, question yourself. Am I really doing something right? Am I really doing something wrong? Am I really doing something that's supposed? You need to know exactly how to do it, all right? Because you cannot tell me, all right, you call yourself a professional bettor, but you do not know how to predict, for example, an over 2.5. You don't know how to predict GG, both teams to score. You don't know how to predict who is going to win the game. You don't know how to predict when is a corner going to occur. But you don't need to worry, all right? At the same time, I have made it simply easier for you to know exactly how to do it. There are many videos on my YouTube channel talking about steps to predicting football, talking about how to master football betting, talking about how you can win in football betting, talking about how you can use apps like SofaScore, for example, to predict football on your own, and how you can use sites like Sports Gambler to predict football on your own, how you can use sites like Eastrobet to predict football on your own. And you need to be using these videos. So if you haven't watched the videos, then go to YouTube channel, Must Beta, search for the videos, and be in a position to explore them. And finally, YouTube. The last skill that I want to tell you, betting is a game. The reason I say betting is a game, it means the following. At any single point, any single day, you are playing a game. And whenever you're playing a game, you must always be sharp, you must always be looking forward, and you must always be wary that at any single point, you can make a weak move or you can make a strong move. And when you make a strong move, it means that you are increasing your chances of being profitable, and you're increasing your chances of having a profitable venture in the world of sports betting. When you make a weak move, for example, what happens? You're going to be losing. You're going to be losing your capital. You're going to be losing your money. You're going to be losing bets. You're going to be pathetically distressed, and you're going to be in a position whereby you hate sports betting and anyone talking about sports betting, right? Now, this is how you're going to master skill number 5, all right? You master this by knowing how to make the right decisions, knowing how to pick the right moves, all right? And one way that I found it's easier for me to pick the right move, for example, there are moments whereby I'm having my losing runs and losing streaks. I do not let ego take control of my life. I realize that I need help, right? When I write the word help, the reason I'm writing the word help is because I want to realize that in sports betting, everyone has different mastery, all right? There are those who have mastered other markets in football betting. There are those who have mastered other leagues in football betting. And there are those who have mastered other sports in regards to sports betting. So at any single point whereby you feel that the move you're about to make isn't strong enough, right? Or the move you're about to make is weak, you should go ahead and seek a stronger move, all right? And the way you seek stronger moves is by watching videos, using sites, using strategies that are proven to work by professionals, by others in the game, and by those who are winning consistently in the game. At your disposal, once again, if you browse the internet today, or if you search the internet today, or even if you go to if you go to YouTube and click the word best prediction sites today, you're going to find plenty of videos lined up for you, all right? Documenting to you the sites that have allowed them to win when they're not in a position to win, when they're not in a position to consistently predict football and record positive returns. That is what I want you to realize. Football betting It's all about making strong moves. And if you're not keen enough, you will be making weak moves. And I do not want you to be making weak moves in the coming year, 2026. So I will be leaving a link in the pinned comment section once again. A video that shows you the best way that you can get to make the best moves, stronger moves, easier moves that are going to take you closer to your winning journey. All right. Now, I know this was more of a video that is less edited and more of a raw rant. The reason I do this raw rant is because I want you to understand that I won't be producing videos each and every other single day, all right? I am at a point whereby I do not need to produce videos, all right? The reason I do this is because, all right, guys are looking up to me. When I go through my IG, for example, you guys have seen me posting on IG back to back, right? And there are so many people telling me, Must Beta, we miss your daily prediction videos. We miss your betting tips, all right? You need to know, all right? Not every single day I will be posting videos. And as I do that, what I want you to realize is you need to know exactly what to do, the skills to master, and how you can make it easier for you to become a winning sports bettor in the year 2026. All right? So if you're watching this video at this very point, if it was the first time watching this video, my piece of advice to you, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel if you found this video to be quite valuable, because I promise you, you're going to be receiving such videos, all right? I need to be dispelling this skill set and this mastery of knowledge that I've accumulated in the last 9 years, in the last 8 years that I've been engaged in sports betting, all right? So that you, my friend, you are at a point whereby you do not need to rely on Must Beta. Instead, I want to see you opening up a YouTube channel and producing a daily prediction videos and teaching others exactly how to win in the game of sports betting, doing videos, doing short form videos, telling others this is how you master sports betting. And that will only be possible if you pay close attention and you are willing to follow the strategies that I'm telling you about, right? So YouTube, that being said, I wish you the very best today. And as usual, all right, don't forget, join us inside Telegram. Follow me on my IG because that is where I do share my quick plays. And as you've realized, it's all about profit. To me, that is what is important. You don't need to be betting more, all right? You need to bet so that you make profit. And final disclaimer, this is not a financial advice video. I am in no position to provide financial advice. So please do not view this as a financial advice video. This is a video that I produce with the understanding it is our responsibility, it is my responsibility to ensure that sports bettors, football bettors, to be specific, are in a position whereby they are going to cash out, they are going to boom, and they're going to rejoice because the game is already hard. There is no need to make the game completely hard, all right? Take care, YouTube. I'll be seeing you tomorrow, all right? Or 26th, 27th, that is when I see their games, all right? Until then, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and a prosperous 2026, all right? Take care.